game massively. Scored the 1-0 with the penalty. I think the first 75 minutes was an incredible football that we played. It's difficult because the opponent obviously defended pretty compact.
We've stayed in the game. We've done ever so well to contain Liverpool for large periods. We've defended our penalty box extremely well, and ultimately the game's being decided by a penalty. But for me, there was 2 penalty incidents in the game. Liverpool got theirs, we didn't get ours. It's harsh on us from that point of view, but there was certainly a level between the teams from penalty box to penalty box.
It was what we expected. You know, they are very difficult side to beat. They showed it definitely over the last 5 games they've played, and yeah, we had to be ready for a big fight, and when we had the ball, we had to find our moments.
Obviously, there was so much spoke about Steven Gerrard coming back to Liverpool, and people saying, will he be a Liverpool manager in the future? Was it important for you to win to show the current Liverpool manager is still the top dog?
The good thing is with me, I have no problem with these kind of things. I know I will not be here forever, so there must somebody take over, and I would be more than happy if it's Stevie. But I didn't feel under pressure today.
Well, yet another win for Liverpool, and Steven Gerrard himself there said there was a big difference in levels between the 2 boxes. Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I mean, although Villa made it difficult for Liverpool at times, and often, and rightly so, we talk about how good Liverpool are offensively, but to get through them, you've got to get through the quartet of the 2 midfielders and 2 centre-halves. There they are there, and it's very, very difficult. 2 in midfield in Fabinho and Henderson. They give them so much protection, and then they set them off on the front foot. And Van Dijk and Matip never lost a single header today in the whole game. In fact, Aston Villa never had an attempt on target the whole game, and that's the first time that's happened in 2 years, and it was partly down to those in the middle. The first one doesn't get it, second one don't get it, but who's there again? Then it's Van Dijk, and it is very difficult for them to play through. If you don't get through the size of them, then that protection is just superb. One snapping away at you, another one's there, then coming, and it's almost impossible. And that's why Villa found it difficult in the forward areas today. I know after about 10 minutes when Liverpool scored, they offered more of a threat, but other than that, there was nothing really from Aston Villa going forward, and that was one of the main reasons.
Yeah,
superb. Yeah. There's no way through.
Very, very solid in that sense, and also creative as well. Few decisions to look at, Martin. Steven Gerrard wasn't happy.
Yeah, initially we're looking at Robertson making a really good run forward. Nakamba actually comes across. He cuts inside Cash here. There is a little bit of contact. I don't think it's enough for a penalty. The referee, Stuart Atwell's right on the scene there. I think he gets...
like he hit him, though. It's one of those that if he gives it, they don't turn it round. If they don't give it, they don't turn it round.
Exactly. And then this one here, I mean, Tyrone Mings was actually playing very well in the game, and that's a really sloppy challenge from him there. But Salah does remarkably well.
I just want to highlight, watch what Salah does with his left foot there. He just steps across Mings, which is what you're taught to do. It's what you have to do, because if the defender's then silly enough to make that challenge, once you step across him as he does with that left foot, then it's if you're going to do that, he's going to bring him down, and he actually did. Yeah, and there's no doubt for me it was a penalty, and he wasn't going to miss one. 21st goal of the season, not bad.
Not at Christmas
yet. Incredible.
This one was the one that Steven Gerrard was very unhappy with, but looks like he gets the ball, Alisson, with his hand.
Yeah,
we found a replay,
doesn't he? There's this close up here. If you just watch that stretched out arm there, he gets a hand on the ball, and I don't think that was a penalty.
Referee again did well there.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, time for a stat.
So. They are an important part. We saw last season, of course, Jorginho was top scorer for Chelsea just from penalties. So we know how big a part of the game it was. And today, all the big 3 teams, as you say, all winning by a spot kick. So it just shows you know, a good penalty taker is worth their weight in gold.
Some more contentious than others, the awarding of them today across the 3 games.
Yeah, especially the Man City one, but nevertheless, they get the run of the green, which they didn't normally get, especially with VAR. It seems to have gone in their favour today, and still to step up and take the penalty the way Raheem did was fantastic to see.
And the bottom line is all 3 have got over the line again, and all won on the same day.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you slip up now, I mean, we were looking at the table as it stands.
As Chelsea were drawing.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, they're out of touch. You know, even a win doesn't get them to the top of the league. So, and you don't want to do that when you're playing against, or competing against 2 other top teams. So it's cat and mouse at the moment, and it's going to be like that, you know, right the way through. I'm sure this title running is going to go to right the way through to May, and nobody wants to give an inch at this point, especially with Christmas coming, games coming thick and fast.
Particularly for Chelsea after the run they've been on, because at one stage they were on course to drop 9 points from the last 18 there till that late penalty.
And well, yeah, I think especially the way Leeds came out in that game, that they pressed as we know Leeds do, and they was winning their one-on-one duels and creating problems for Chelsea. But that result was a massive one for them. But there's still a long way to go, and I still see a lot of difficult challenges and games coming up where the likes of the top 3 can and possibly will drop points somewhere.
Yeah, no room to slip up at the moment. And you know what? A couple of the teams didn't play to their best today. Certainly Manchester City was our early game. They weren't at their best. And then Liverpool, I've seen them play a lot better. Full credit to Aston Villa in that game. And Wolves, for that matter. They made it difficult. But all 3 teams, you'd say, not at the firing best, but all got over the line.
Let's have a look at the big incident at Anfield then. And unlike the Etihad, no real debate here.
No, I don't think there was a debate at all. Mo Salah takes his touch and almost in one movement goes straight at Tyrone Mings, gets in front of him. And I think, and it's easy for me to sit here and say it now, but at some point a defender there has just got to accept that he's out the game, try to jockey him as best as you can, but Mo Salah gets his body between the man and the ball and then goes over. I don't think there's any doubt about it. It's a penalty.
And what about Mo Salah from the spot, Sean? 15 out of 15 in the Premier League.
It's a fantastic finish. The inside of the post. Dad used to always practice his penalties in his back garden, and he used to always say, always aim for the inside post. And there's no way a keeper gets near that or saves it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant penalty. If you hit the post and go in, you're normally expecting to score, but when you hit it with that power as well, it takes away the accuracy. But he gets both, and a stunning penalty from Mo Salah.
Yeah, Liverpool delighted, including Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is waiting to speak live to us at Anfield now. Well done, Trent. How hard did you have to work? How deep did you have to dig for those 3 points?
Very. I think you could see that from the performance. The way the game went, it was a very tough game. Obviously, since Stevie's come in as the manager, he's had some really good results. It looks like they've transformed and turned the season around. And they're a very good squad. You know, they've got amazing players. So we knew it was going to be a tough game, and we knew that we were going to have to dig deep. They sat off, let us off the ball a bit, and made it hard for us, made it difficult, didn't create too many chances. But, you know, when you've got players like Mo Salah in the team that can make things happen, he's come up good for us again today.
Trent, it's Michael Owen. I was just wondering, I know Steven Gerrard was your hero growing up. With all what was going on around the game today, any problems in focusing? Because obviously even the Anfield crowd had their eyes fixed on the away dugout today.
I mean, us as players, I don't think it changed anything for us. You know, I think maybe fans, it might have been a bit sentimental for them, even for him potentially. But I think, you know, we've been in this game a long time. We're all professionals. We have a job to do, and essentially the 3 points are more important than any of our feelings. So that comes first. The team comes first, and we were focused on getting the 3 points, to be honest. And that it never changed. We never really spoke about it. We never focused on it at all. I think in the back of our minds we all knew he was going to get a good reception, but it didn't change anything for us.
And you just alluded to Mo Salah there. When you're 0-0 in a tight game like today, what kind of belief does it give you when he's on the pitch and he's in your team, and in a blink of an eye he can do something?
You know, he proved it last week. We needed a goal. He's got the assist for Divock. He's done it again this week. We needed a goal. He's won the pen and scored the pen. He's obviously, I think many people agree, he's probably the best player in the world right now. He's a fantastic player. We've seen it for years now. He's got nothing left to prove to anyone. He's out there breaking records every week. You know, every week we're coming in and he's broken another record. It's frightening the numbers he's put up, and the consistency is stuff that probably we've only seen 2 other players do in this modern era of the game. But yeah, it's a credit to himself, credit to the work he puts in. He's an outstanding lad and an outstanding player.
Just finally, talking of consistency, how crucial is it you keep getting these 1-0 wins? Because Chelsea have done it by a goal today, and so too Manchester City.
Just seeing that then, obviously didn't know how the Chelsea game went on, but seeing that they scored the last minute pen, no, we can't complain. We've done the same last week, but it's a title race really. These things happen, makes it exciting. 3 teams going for it this year, looks like. So it's good, you know, we've got to keep winning. This is an important period. Games come thick and fast. So any sort of slip up right now will be detrimental. You know, we want to be in and around the top of the league come March, April, to push on the final run in. So that's our aim. Focused on ourselves, making sure we pick up 3 points every week.
Very well done today. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
Trent Alexander-Arnold live from Anfield for you. When we come back, we hope to hear the thoughts of Steven Gerrard on his return to Anfield at